Good day, farmers. Welcome to Orbit Farm. Just wanted to answer a question that I was asked. Why should one start farming? This is a very good question and something that we all need to really think about, especially for the young people, the youth, the entrepreneurs, those in the diaspora. I've seen quite a lot of them doing a lot of projects of what I've watched some of them. I've actually seen a few in my neighborhood where I am who are doing pig farming. Some have actually done it well, some have really lost a lot of money into doing it. But this is something for those in the diaspora who are trying to invest back home, how best and why we should do big pig farming. Am I a big pig farmer? No, I'm not a very big pig farmer. What I'm doing is it on a small scale, and me doing it on a small scale means that I've got a lot of things that I then focus on at the same time. But I just wanted to give you guys quite a bit of things for those that are who want to venture into doing something in Zimbabwe, which concerns pigs or into farming. Everything has got money. It's only the way how you then do it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that you also have got to read up about what is happening in the farming industry, or what is happening in the pig industry. In 2020, 2021, there was a research that was found that we are producing about 10 metric tons of pork per year. And out of that 10 metric tons, only 200 tons is actually exported, which means that there is a growth, there is potential for the export market if you can find the export market. But this does not mean that it should deter you from trying it out. If you don't have an export market, there is always an opportunity for you to go into the export market. And the reason why I'm saying that there is an opportunity for you to do it is because there are quite a few little things that are happening in Zimbabwe. So out of all this pig farming, obviously the biggest pig farm in Zimbabwe right now automatically goes to Qualcomm. Qualcomm has got the biggest pork company here in Zimbabwe, and we all know that Qualcomm is the one that does. After that, then you start going into the other Garfunkel's and also the other pork companies. And out of all that, only about 5,000 to 5,500 of all farmers who are considered to be farming pork are actually small scale farmers. So we've got between 5,000 to 5,500 which are producing pork, which means that there is still a vast market for the amount of tonnage that we are supposed to be producing. I think we are supposed to be producing close to about, if I'm correct, about 20 metric tons. So that means that there is still a gap of almost a good 10 to 15, if I am correct, that we are short for. But that should not deter you from going into this business or trying to do it, because it means that there is opportunity. Now, how do we get into this opportunity, and what are the goals that make us get into this opportunity? Let's go. First and foremost, the first thing that we have is that pigs have got a short payback period. These things grow between 6 to 8 months. They would have already accumulated 50 to 60 kgs, which is the market value of the pigs, and how much weight is needed for you to then be able to say to yourself you need to sell one of these pigs. As you can see, this pig, one that I'm just showing you in front of you, this one, most likely if I was to put it on the slaughter, I'm getting close to about 80, 90, but this one is my breeder, so there's no way it's going underneath the knife anytime soon. But if these pigs have got the potential of the growth period, if you feed them well, they will grow very fast. Not only growing fast, you also need to make sure that you have got the right breeds for them to grow fast. Not all pigs will grow fast. You need to make sure that the genetics that you purchase will grow for you fast. That is one very important thing. Now, then we come back now to the piglets. The piglets, look at how many we have here. This is the first time farrowing. We had 9. It gave birth to 10, and now they're down to 8. 2 have died. This is where your money is. These little piglets that you are looking at. This is where your money is. Why I'm saying this is where your money is, because imagine this pig should give birth at least twice in 1 year. At least twice, because it's 3 times when we start then doing other maths, but let me just put it nice and simple. These pigs should give you piglets twice a year. So that means that, imagine if you're getting, let's say, this, it being on the second time, I mean, at least expecting 12 to 15 of these things, meaning that on average we're expecting at least 20 kids per year from this one pig, which means that this is where all my money is going to come from. These piglets is where my profit is going to be given from. As I also said, it is easy to attain the weight for these pigs. This is something that it's very simple to talk about. Getting these pigs to getting to 50 kg, making sure that you have got the right mix. The food formulas, there's so many food formulas, some ridiculously extravagant, some extremely easy, some I'm not even sure if those actually do help gain. But for me, the formulas that I use are formulas that make it very easy to get to what I'm expecting. So for now, we're making sure that the mother is well fed. After the mother is well fed, means that the kids will then grow up to becoming nice and healthy, making it easy for us to make sure that their growth pattern is very easy to give. Now, everyone then asks, so how many pigs do I need to start off with? How many do I have? I say, as a starting person who wants to start, 2 sows are actually a good start. When you start with 2 sows, that means that you have a place where you have got a foundation to start off with, which means that on average, the first litter you will have is probably, let's say, 20. You've got 20 pigs. You get them to about 50 kgs each. Each kg right now, it's almost like about $3 per kg when you're selling it, which means it's a good deal. It's a very, very good deal when you get such kind of numbers for a start, for a person who wants to start. 2 is a starting number which is very easy to maintain, which is easy to control, which are able to not go out of your pocket. But the major thing that you need to make sure that, and which you need to be very focused on, is making sure that these things are well fed. Being well fed, making sure that they've got enough water, as always, is a very, very, very important thing. Water and food makes your pigs grow, and making sure that the environment that they're in is nice and clean as much as possible, to making sure that you have a growth pattern which makes it easier. Now, why am I talking that pigs make money? Yes, as I said, for me, they've always made money. Animals that I do believe makes good money for me, and I do not want to lie to you and say that it doesn't. It has made good money for me over the years, and it has not been something that I can say that have stopped looking at. I always make sure that I keep looking at ways of growing my herd, making sure that I change the genetics. Remember, I told you that I was in the process of changing the pig breeds that we have. We have changed them. Now, what am I trying to say after all these things that I'm trying to say? Why should one do pig breeding? Pigs is one of the easiest animals to take care of. It's not very complicated like other animals. It is one of the few pigs that is very easy to take care of. You easily get to the weight. You can easily find a market for it. This is a market which is very simple to find, but also, if you then find big markets, you then need to be able to make sure that you are consistent. Consistency is then what kills a lot of people when they come to pig farming. If you're not consistent, you will find that you will not be able to do these pigs. But if you can find yourself a consistent market and be able to do things consistently, then you will find that this is one of the best projects you can have. Now, how do I start as a person who does not have money? How do I start as a person who's not very sure? For a person who's in the diaspora, let's start with the diasporans. First and foremost, the diasporans. Please make sure that the person who you are putting into this job, or you want this person to join you, is interested in pigs. If they're not, you're wasting your time. This project will never work. They need to be interested in whatever you're doing. They need to have the same vision as you. Secondly, it is always good for someone in the diaspora to make sure that when you start this project, let me say I'm starting this project with my sister. My sister is in the diaspora, me, I'm here in Zimbabwe. I'm telling her that I want to do, she says she wants us to do pig farming. Once in a while, my sister in the diaspora should then send someone who's not a relative, who's not a friend, someone else, just to consult and go and see that is the project actually existing in the first place. When yes, it may seem as if I'm paying so much to get someone to an expert or someone just to advise. It is just good, because at the end of the day, you are pumping in money. And I've watched a lot of people from the diaspora quitting projects because the person that they're sending money to is either squandering that money so badly that there is nothing that is happening on that farm. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I can walk probably 4 or 5 plots down where I stay, and I will probably show you a pig person who's doing a project which was for 200 sow unit. Not 200, sorry, I'm now like, he said that he was starting this project and he wanted to start off with a 20 sow unit project. 20 is a lot. The buildings that were built were 115s, things that would break in. The project has stopped. There's nothing that is happening on that farm anymore. Absolutely nothing. But this person is in Canada, has been sending money. The person who was this side was not putting in any effort. This person was obviously telling them that this is how much it costs, this is how much it would be, and people were just pumping in money, and at the end of the day, nothing has happened. So that is one thing. That's for the diasporans. For the local person who's got his own money, please also read, research, be interested, go to pig farms, go check out people who have got pig farms so that they show you what they're doing on their pig farm. When you have seen what they're doing on their pig farm, it will give you ideas of how you should set up your pig farm. For me, this one has been set up, destroy, because I'm finding the formula that works for me. I'm almost there, almost there to getting the formula that works for me. But as I said, this is something that we all need to be very much wary about. Where do we start? How does it go? And what is the best way to making sure that we achieve the goals that we have attained? Now, the last group, the youngsters who are actually coming out of school, the ones who do not have money, the ones who are saying to themselves, I've got an interest in this. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that should not limit you. There are schemes that are being done. I know that there are schemes being done by EU, and then there are some government schemes which are being done. Yes, each of these schemes has got, but you need to be interested in and want to do it in the first place before you do anything. This is only a matter of starting with 2. Before a very short space of time, you will have a lot of these pigs, and you will be actually saying to yourself, how best do I do it? But as I say, this is something that I believe is very easy to do, easy to start, does not really, it just needs a lot of feed. That is where I'm very telling you to get these things. You need to make sure that you can get a lot of maize. If you can get a lot of maize and you can get a lot of soya, you are in the right direction to do pig farming, and to make sure that they do have a lot of water to drink, and making sure that that water is very clean, at all basic things which will make you a better big farmer, and a farmer which has got a direction. But as I said, the whole goal I wanted to say to you and try to speak to you all about this is pig farming. Why should one do pig farming? These are the reasons that I believe one should do pig farming in Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel and liking, and for all the comments. Thank you very much. Have a good day.